Ready for battle.
Oh. Okay, and let's get started. So I assume this is you.
Nothing to worry.
Ready for
Be careful.
Okay, let's start from the beginning.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Okay, so right off the bat, why are you healing your Rhine here? You need to be damage boosting your Echo. So, when you're starting a match, it's very important to help your team get the first ultimate, and especially when you're starting a match and both teams start with like 0 ultimate, because like the team that gets the first ultimate is like has like a pretty big advantage, especially when the other team doesn't have ultimates to like respond. So like during the beginning of a match, you want to be like basically pocketing like one of your DPS. You want to be pocketing your Echo, like you want to be like pretty much hard pocketing unless you need to switch to your team, and until like your DPS, the DPS that you're pocketing gets like their first ultimate. And in this case, like you want to be helping your Echo get the first ult, because like the Widow, sure, the Widow like can also get her ult, but it's honestly not that useful for your team. Like Echo duplicate is gonna be more powerful, so you definitely want to get your Echo get the first ult, and you should be like hard pocketing your Echo, only switching to other targets if absolutely necessary.
Be careful out there.
I don't like you healing your Rhine. Like your Rhine's not under any danger.
Healing stream
No,
engaged.
no, you need to be damage boosting your Echo. Or you can damage boost your Zen's like shots, but like you have your Mercy, you have damage boost, and your team actually hasn't entered the fight yet. So like your team's still poking, and like you need to be supporting that. You need to be supporting your team poking like at each other. Like Rhine doesn't really like contribute much to the poke phase as much as an Echo or even a Zen, so like you need to be pocketing Echo, or like at least like damage boosting Zen's right clicks.
Going free.
No, don't. Okay, now your tanks are under pressure, but like you haven't like switched to Echo or like even Zen like any time during like this like pre-fight. So like if you damage boost your Echo here, like she'd already be at like 50% ult charge, and that's huge. Like the second highest ult charge would be like 37%, but you haven't enabled her to like farm the ult, so you have to help your Echo farm the ult and do damage. That's your job as Mercy. Your job really is to like,
Where does it hurt?
it's like help your DPS do more damage with your damage boost, as well as like any teammates on your team that have damage abilities that would benefit from one. If you want to like dump heals on your teammates, then BAP or even Ana would be a better option, or Moira. But like as Mercy, your job is to enable anyone who's like doing damage and taking an aggressive position. Okay, so you peel back for your. So sure, like your tanks are taking a lot of damage. You can heal them. And you see your Widow critical, so you go to your Widow and your Widow dies.
Heilstrahl aktiviert.
Okay, damage boost, damage boost. Don't stay on heals. They're full HP.
Behind you.
No, don't res. Don't res. The fight's over. Like your team has already lost two. Has already lost 2 players.
Now that's teamwork.
Okay, so you heal tanks. Like the Rhine and the Winston aren't under any danger right now. Like either your Zen or your Echo are like the best targets to damage boost right now, or to heal, because like they're in aggressive positions and they're doing damage. You heal your Echo. Start no. Okay. Well, no, don't. But don't heal. Damage boost.
Right beside you. Let me get you patched up.
Right click exists. Is like right click. Mercy's like damage boost is her main tool, and if you're not using Mercy's right click, then like your value on Mercy is like basically 50% less, because like that is like half of her kit. Her ability to like damage boost players and like allow them to do bursts of damage is her most valuable utility. So if you want to like play Mercy here in this comp, then like you need to be damage boosting. You can't be healing full health targets. No, don't switch to tank. He has a Discord, he has a Harmony Orb, and he isn't under any danger.
On my target.
Okay, now your Rhine's under danger, so I get why you're healing him. Your Rhine dies. Okay, you res, but you have your Winston with you. So. But like, now your tanks are pretty much full HP. You switch to your Echo, or switch to your Zen. They're the ones who would benefit from you the most. They're the ones who will take the tank's strong attention to themselves and do damage and get some picks. So if you damage boost your Echo here, your Echo could fly all the way to here and then look to poke out the back line. And as you can see, this Honest discorded, and even Echo left clicking once or twice would kill her with damage boost. So you need to be enabling that aggression. You can't just be pocketing tanks. No, don't stop don't keep healing your tank. They're full HP. And don't stand in the like by healing your tank here, you're basically forced to stand in the open against a Nano Sigma. That's scary. You want to be here, and you want to be like tucked behind this cover, and you want to be damage boosting your Echo, or maybe like enabling your Zen to get the two players who are left behind. But like you shouldn't be like healing your tank and basically face tanking a Nano Sigma.
Duplicating Sigma.
No. Like you see, by healing full health... Okay, let me turn off these sounds. By healing full health targets like this, you're not really doing much. Like, your Rhine's like holding up his shield, but you're healing a full health Rhine that has a shield up anyway, so like your Zen who could have gone help dealing with these targets is now going to have to deal with them again. Your Echo is afraid of taking risks because like you're not pocketing her, so you need to be like enabling that.
It's hand.
Okay. Are you waiting to regroup? No, like your Rhine already has shield up. Your Rhine's not gonna take any damage. Like damage boost your Junkrat and allow him to at least get some spam in. Like allow him to at least like spam out the Rhine shield, or maybe hit the Genji with damage boost and grenades, which will force the Genji out of this position. Okay, I get it. Monkey's Primeling, but damage boosting Monkey who's Primeling doesn't really do much.
Healing stream engaged.
Because like monkeys who don't know how to like use their ult won't do much with their ult anyways. And monkeys who do know how to use their ult will like split apart from the team just to isolate a target. So damage boosting Primeling Monkey is usually not helpful unless like your monkey's isolating a target. And in this case he isn't. Like right here, the better target, damage boost to Junkrat, allow him to spam down the Sig shield and potentially get this Rhine out of position, catch this Rhine off guard. Like if you don't have to heal tanks, then you don't want to heal tanks on Mercy. That's not her job.
Let me get you patched up.
So, okay, I get it. Ryan's critical, so sure.
Barrier active.
I don't like damage boosting Lucio. Lucio doesn't really do that much damage. Like, help the Junkrat. Help the Junkrat win his 1v1 against the Mercy. I mean, the Genji. Good.
The battle continues.
Okay, fly away, fly away.
Immer unterbricht mich jemand bei der Arbeit.
I need healing. You have my
So,
thanks.
I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
Vector?
okay, you come back to the fight, and the Ryan's anti, you can't heal him. So I get low. So your Junkrat's back here, not gonna be really useful, but you can't heal your Ryan heal. You're the Ryan's anti, so a better target might be, hey, say you could heal up the Doomfist a bit, heal up the Monkey a bit, and then, you know, you can switch to Lucio. He can poke a bit before your Junkrat comes back. So either are valid options, but just don't... You can't heal your Ryan here.
Till Valhalla.
It's high.
Good as new.
G'day.
I'm taking care of you.
Payload stall.
Let's up the tempo. Yeah, time to heal up.
Okay. So you're switching targets a lot here. But really, the only target worth healing right now is, or damage boosting, I mean, is the Junkrat. The Junkrat is the only hero on your team that has the range to actually hit them, so... Sure, your Ryan's low here, you can heal up your Ryan a bit, but Lucio's passive healing should deal with the rest. But you really want to be enabling your Junkrat here. Your Junkrat is the only player here that can do anything useful, until, like, your team has closed the distance. You heal up your Ryan a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Now your other tank switches to Orisa. I guess, like, your Junk's tiring, you can't really damage boost that. Sure, like the Ryan's taking damage. Damage boost, good.
Let's get you back out there.
So now you see your Doomfist is punching in. You want to be flying to him and damage boosting that. Support him and try to support him in clearing this Lucio or clearing this Doom. Not Doom, Kree. So and it's safe because your team has gone 3 picks.
Let's get you back in the fight.
I'm too young to die.
Let me get you patched up.
Okay, now you're against Pharah. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here in the open. You want to play. Mercy doesn't really benefit from peeking in the open. You're not like an Ashe, for example, that can shoot them. Mercy doesn't even have a good range damage necessarily. So like you're almost always better off like hiding from like the fight instead of like looking at the fight. You want to be somewhere maybe here, for example, or right here, like behind this cover, but you don't want to be right here.
Please move behind the body.
No, you don't. Back. You don't want to be in the open. So you're damage boosting to Orisa. Fine, Orisa can like spam from this distance well, but the better target would be Junkrat. And why Junkrat? Because the thing with Mercy like damage boost is that like damage boost is good with like any type of poke, but it's very good with burst damage because with Junkrat, for example, Junkrat does like around 120, 130, I think. I'm not sure of the exact number, but around that number for like a direct hit. Imagine like that with a damage boost. That would bring like anyone, any like 200 HP target to almost critical, and it would force the enemy team to help heal for them. So you really want to be damage boosting those burst abilities over like sustained poke, such as Orisa, where like they can just take a bit of poke and hide. So burst poke they can't really hide from, because if they get hit by it, they're down to 10 HP, and like it only takes one shot for them from Orisa to die. So, for example, you want to be damage boosting those burst abilities. Aside from the fact that your Junk's half HP and your Junk needs to be healthy in order to like do something.
Healing stream engaged.
No, you don't want to be here. You want to like stand like around here, like stand next to cover.
Let's keep moving.
You don't want to fly to your Orisa like that. It's in the middle of like forest spam.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Okay, damage boosting your Orisa. I'd prefer your Junkrat, but sure.
Reinhardt, where would you be?
You can't heal your Doom here. Well, until the anti dissipates.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
No, don't. Ryan's anti and not really doing much in this position. The reason you don't really want to be like healing tanks early on is because like main tanks is because they can't really do much from this position. They can't do damage. They're not drawing that much attention, and they shouldn't be taking too much damage themselves. So, on the other hand, spam heroes like Ashe, Hanzo, Echo, Junkrat, like those heroes can start doing damage early into the fight because they have the range to do so. So that's why you want to be damage boosting them, not like Rein or even Doomfist early on, because they don't, simply put, they don't do much damage early into the fight. And aside from the fact that aside from Doomfist, they don't really do good burst damage.
Please move behind the barrier.
Don't stop. Don't keep healing your Rein.
You needed a doctor.
Your Rein's full. Damage boost your Junkrat.
Oh, turn it up.
You can damage boost your Orisa here. Help her deal with this Pharah. And then you can switch back to Junkrat. Damage boost, damage boost. Don't heal. Damage boost.
Awesome Crusader! It's
Let's take a look at that again.
I'm taking care of you.
You don't need to be standing here. Just play closer to here. Play closer to this cover. It might be a good time to ult as well, because your team is aggressing. Even though, like, in hindsight, your team didn't block the shatter and they got high noon. Fine.
Let me get you patched up.
Okay, you can damage boost the Orisa. Orisa's like currently actively damaging the Sigma. No, don't heal. Orisa's pretty like tanky and full HP. Like Orisa's in no danger of dying here. You need to be damage boosting this. Or you can go with your Junkrat and help damage boost his shots on the flank and help keep him up. You're kind of like a moving health pack in that case. But like, you have two options. You can either damage boost, not heal, damage boost the Orisa, or you can go with your Junkrat. I prefer the second, honestly, because you're better off supporting your DPS over supporting your tanks on Mercy. That's your job.
Damage boost engaged. Engaged.
Right here you see, by like healing your tanks, they're not really doing much because they're not in range yet. And also your Rein's just like shield botting, but that's a story for another time. But like if you enable your Junkrat here, your Junkrat might not have died. First of all, you could have rezzed from this position as well. And then like this Junkrat could have like spammed from behind and breaking apart this, like force this Rein to go back to a position where he isn't being spammed from behind. So by like pocketing the more aggressive targets, you're helping your team break the chokehold. I mean, you don't break these like formidable looking defenses by healing your tanks while they're just taking damage from the front. You do it by supporting your DPS who are on the flank and trying to break apart this like chokehold through creating another angle in their team. So you want to be enabling that.
I'm escorting the payload. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, you get caught by the flux, but... And also, like, being next to your tanks, it's not necessarily the safer position. They're gonna be focusing your tanks hard. That's their job. And like, do you really want to be, like, always close to that? Like, close to all the action? Close to where they're putting the most damage towards? So, not necessarily, is going next to your tanks the safest option as well.
This is not your time.
That was risky.
Please move behind the barrier.
Let me get you patched up.
You want to be damage boosting your Junkrat. I know I said it a lot, but I need to be seeing it. If you want to play Mercy like effectively, you need to be damage boosting your DPS.
This is gonna make you feel better.
Team up for special attack.
Okay, you can damage boost Orisa here, or you can go and damage boost. You can fly a bit with Doomfist and damage boost him. Help him farm this ult, for example, for the next fight. Okay, keep no, don't switch to your Rein. Your Rein's not under any danger.
Schaden verstärkt.
No, Mercy's not a tank healer. And you shouldn't be this close anyways. If Rein drops his shield, you're dead. And it's not his fault if he drops his shield. He wants to be swinging, but like you're not supposed to be here. The better option, you have like a couple options. Like you could damage boost your Junkrat who's spamming like this Rein shield pretty hard and can force them to use cooldowns just to survive. Or another option could be, hey, like I want to take a risk and help damage boost my Doomfist on the flank and hopefully get them by surprise. And if they try to get us out, then our team should just push this and win the fight. And you do have Valk to get out, possibly, so yeah.
30 seconds remaining. No choice.
Hey, there's no need to be dancing all around. Like, Mercy doesn't benefit from peeking, Mercy doesn't benefit from peeking the enemy out of basically almost all the heroes in the game, so you want to be, like, tucked behind maybe here. And then you could fly to here. Not here, like around here, and then like you can use a shield. You can like enable your Orisa to deal with this a lot of things, but
Incoming.
Where does it hurt?
The payload is approaching its destination.
okay, damage boost that, but you got shattered. You need to be tucked behind here more, or you shouldn't be here. You should be like around here. Or you use ult here, that's fine.
Till Valhalla.
Damage boost, damage boost. You want your team to finish this fight ASAP, like without OT. If your team caps in OT, then if the enemy also caps with time, then they only need a draw. They only need to cap first point to win. So you're better off helping your team, damage boosting them and helping your team finish the fight. And Valk, when you damage boost them, any nearby enemies who you that are like next to like the target you're beaming also gets like a bonus to their damage. So like damage boost would be so valuable here. There is a possibility that you cap with time, which is huge.
Easy. As though I needed that. I'm on fire.
Just 1.8 seconds. That was too close for comfort. Okay, now you're on defense.
Attackers incoming.
So you have a Kree. You want to be enabling this Kree to do damage early into the fight. No, this Rhine isn't under any danger. You need to be enabling your Kree to like do poke from here.
I have found the enemy. Come and face me.
Okay, you circle. You need to be circling to here, and so you can heal and support your team. You can't be here. If the Winston like knows how to play Winston, then this Winston would just kind of notice you off guard and the rest of the team can try to follow up.
I'm with you.
Risky.
Damage increase. I'm taking care of you.
Your Rhine isn't under any danger. Like I think you do damage boost that fire strike, but afterwards you need to be switching to DPS.
I require healing.
Push off.
You needed a doctor?
Don't switch targets so much. You don't need to be doing that. You just need to like help your Kree get the first ult. Remember what I said like early on. You just need to be mainly damage boosting your Kree. Damage boost abilities from Rhine, sure, but damage boost your Kree. Help him get the first ult.
Easy.
You don't need to be here. Your Hog can heal, and your Hog is healing, so you can't really damage boost that. It's not useful to damage boost that. You need to be like right here. Right here, damage boosting your Kree, who's dealing with the Doomfist. And if the Doomfist doesn't die, then your team is going to die.
I'm here. Let's get you back out there.
Okay, so like right here, you're healing Hog. Sure, if Hog gets a hook, you can damage boost that. Or if Sim gets, or you can damage boost Sim and help her melt the Diva. But that's okay. But if you stayed with your Kree here, then your Kree could say, "Hey, I'm going to take an angle and like shoot the Ana, shoot like the Lucio, who's kind of in the open from here, and potentially also win this fight faster and help well on your own defense." So probably that's valuable, but in any case, like making a habit to like damage boost
I'm
like
taking care of you.
DPS who are actively taking an angle is good. You need to be helping your Kree there. Like your Kree got the critical. Hey, damage boost your Kree. Your Kree's like, or like you can damage boost your Rhine here actually, but they're the ones who are doing the damage, not Lucio, who's just gonna be poking the statue.
Healing stream engaged.
Okay, unlucky. Damage boost that.
Where does it hurt?
Your damage boost is a pretty, like, really good ability.
You should be at peak performance levels.
I'd go as far to say it's like one of the best like support abilities in the game, or like abilities in general. It's so good. Imagine like Kree does 150 on a headshot. As far as I know, I think it's 140, but yeah, it's 140. Like 140 plus like 30% damage boost is enough to like bring someone to like like on Ashe, for example, you used to be able to like one shot with a headshot plus Mercy Pocket, but 140 on a headshot plus 30% damage boost is 182, and that's in like bringing someone to 18 HP is huge, especially in a hero that can like shoot so fast. And let's say your Kree doesn't hit the headshot, then if you damage boost him, he still does like a respectable 91 damage. So if you come and like the more damage you do, like the more burst damage, the more the enemy's gonna freak out once they're hit. Like taking 140 damage, like maybe for example someone like Reaper as a Reaper, or like a Mei, like they have Mei, taking 140 damage might not be immediately concerning, but like taking like 182 damage and getting to like 60, 70, 50, 60 HP is like pretty spooky. You're gonna force out the ice block pretty much immediately. So you need to be damage boosting those abilities, and it adds up. The more you damage boost, the more damage your team does, and like that swings the fight towards your team. Your team will have the poke advantage. That will allow them to engage, like with engage from a position of strength. So it adds up. Damage boost him. Okay, so res might be okay here because there's a sim wall. But you could res. You're right. Your Q's done the ult, so sure.
This is not the end. Nerf this. All systems checked out. Till Valhalla.
Push on.
You needed a doctor.
Into the beat. Audio medic.
Like these heroes are both heroes that either have high HP or can heal themselves, so you're better off damage boosting this.
Where does it hurt?
Now heal your Lucio. Your Lucio actually needs healing now.
Gonna make you feel better.
Powered up.
And at the end of the ult, you should have landed on this platform.
Well done. Let's get you back out there. No.
Okay, so it looks like this is a win. You should be sending a loss in the future.
You needed a doctor?
But like from this, we already see like a lot of issues with the.
Mercy im Bereitschaftsdienst.
It's more useful to send a loss than it is to send a win. Much more useful, I promise. But right here, you don't need. Okay, your hog's like right clicking, but your hog is gonna do barely any damage from this distance anyway. So yeah, right here. Your Kree switch to Reaper, but maybe Lucio, like damage boost Lucio, help him farm his ult.
Let's get patched up.
Healing stream engaged. Damage boost engaged.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay, now you can damage boost your hog. You don't want to walk into that. Back.
Let's get you back out there. You should be at
Okay, damage boost your sim. Keep doing it. Okay, your Rhine is like it's 50 damage. You can damage boosting your sim would be much more impactful until your Rhine is actually going to a low HP.
That's it. Oh, let's break
Till
it.
Valhalla.
Vamos, esculacha.
30 seconds remaining.
Okay, your sim's low.
Do not
Okay,
Victory will soon be ours. Where does it hurt?
and I guess the rest is just the team struggling to. Yeah. Okay, so basically, you need to be damage boosting your DPS more. You're not a tank support. Like you're not a tank healer. Enable your DPS will win you games.